Good morning and welcome to another day of the video diary. How are you on this fine day? I'm feeling a lot better than I did yesterday. Sorry about that, I was editing it through and I was like, whoa, calm down. Calm down, Jamie. This is like the most stressed they've ever seen you. There's no need to do that. I still put it in, obviously, but like, calm the hell down. There's no necessary need for that. Yes, so I woke up this morning after yesterday's debacle at going to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. Jesus, and literally the sun was coming up as I was going to sleep. That is wrong. So I woke up before my alarm went off, under 6 hours later at 10 o'clock. I then instantaneously got up and I was like, right, let's do some math. It's weird how one day questions that I literally can't even see how to even remotely open up, you just go, bang, bang, done, next question. And I was literally just ploughing through. I've ploughed through those 2 chapters that I was trying to do yesterday, and everything is now good and fully jolly good, fine, dandy in Further Pure 2. I have completed every single chapter. Meaning I've been able to put my Further Pure 2 book back up there, ready to be revisionised, ready to be revisionised later, closer to the exam, which is on Thursday. It's on Thursday this coming week, which is relatively scary, but it doesn't really matter. So now I've finished that, I can now revise all of my other things at last. So I've done a little bit of physics. Oh, it's been brilliant, just a break from Further Pure 2. Take breaks, pick different subjects all the time. I'm a hypocrite, I didn't do it myself, but do it. Also, what else happened this morning? I got a letter in the post saying that my manufacturer's guarantee on you, hello, you sir, right here with the low battery. Your lifetime guarantee was, not lifetime, your year of manufacturer's guarantee was nearly up, was nearly over. No. So what I did was, well, they sent me a thing and they were like, oh, pay us this much and we'll insure it for this, which is perfect. Which now means if I break you, I only have to go through like a week or so of having to make do with like the main channel camera or something. God forbid if that broke on me as well. But I'd have to just make do with that kind of camera and then just changing the vlog style remotely for a couple of days, or borrowing someone else's camera, like maybe Lovely's or something. I don't know whether she's using it at the time. But if you break, then within like a week or so, they can either have you repaired or have you replaced with another one of equal price, which means you'll get an upgrade, I think. Which means they may either upgrade you or give me the same one of you. Hopefully this camera has been taken out of production by then, so they'll have to upgrade me. So I sorted that off, that's now a load off my mind. It still doesn't matter, because if we end up going on holiday, I could so see this camera breaking on holiday and I've got no idea why. Because if you break out there, then there's literally nothing I can do. I'm going to have to borrow Lovely's camera, because it will be the only thing I've got that records footage apart from my phone. My phone does not have the capability to hold days worth of camera footage. Literally days worth, so balls to that. I did something else this morning as well and I've completely forgotten what it was. Ah, yes, I remember. I phoned Orange about putting credit on that SIM card that we're going to use for the GPS tracker. And they're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. We'll go through. The woman's actually quite nice, even though she asked me whether, is it okay if I put you on hold? I'm like, well, I haven't got a choice, have I? Just put me on bloody hold and get on with it. But then, like, every now and again, she'd interrupt the hold just to say, just give me a few moments, and then put it back, like, 3 seconds later. Just give me a few moments, bang. What are you doing? Just leave me on hold. I'm listening to the beautiful music. But I contacted her about putting the money on because the £10 credit that comes with the phone hasn't been put on the phone yet. So I rang them up and I'm like, yo man, what's going on with my credit, son? And apparently the people we bought it from, it's their job to put on the credit. So they tried to authorise it through all their stuff and it didn't work. So they've got to go through, we've got to go back to the retailer who sold it to us and then get them to put it on for us. We do. So yeah. That's essentially what's going on with that. Hopefully I'll be able to get it sorted between various amounts of time. So what's going on now? I'm literally going to go back upstairs now, revise some more physics, because my physics exam is Monday, and then do a little sprinkling of computing. And then this evening, I'm going to go and pick up Lovely in the car, and then we're going to drive to a family meal. A family meal, which is terrifying. Terrifying, because Lovely's only ever met like my mother and father, and now we're just going to be like, oh, here's Nana, bang, bang, here's some like 5 aunties, bang, here's my uncles, here's Lightsman. Careful of Lightsman. Whoop. You know what uncles are like, they're crazy. So yeah, that's going to be well exciting, mildly nerve-wracking. Lovely says she's nervous. I really don't want to admit that I'm nervous as well, so I'm going to keep stum about that. Keep stum about it. So, I am now going to put you on charge. That's what I was going to do. Good God, my memory is all over the shop today. I always start the camera when I'm still yawning. Good morning again, but don't worry, it's not ridiculously early in the morning. I'm just going to wrap up the vlog now so I can go to bed early and catch up my body clock back to a relatively normal time for my exams. Because they're pretty soon, yeah. But what have you missed? You've missed a brilliant evening, actually. We went over to go and pick Lovely up from her house before 7ish, and then we went to the restaurant slash pub place that we were having like a big family gathering, and I told Lovely was coming to this obviously, and I told her like, oh, there'll be a few people there, and we said, yeah, there'll just be a few compared to normal, yeah, there'll just be a few, and then she turns up like expecting like 4 or 5 people, and then we've just got just fill the place. I come from a relatively large family. Dad has like 8 brothers and sisters, so does Mum, so whenever we like go somewhere we fill it. We're just like, yep, bang, there you go. Well, there was only like half of them as well. It was like 4 aunties, 3 aunties, 2 uncles, and then just like spiraling down to like cousins and stuff. We just filled the place, and then Nana was there. It was Nana's birthday and Auntie Sue's birthday, so happy birthday to both of them. You know, if they're gonna watch, so hey. But we turned up, and Lovely was like, oh God, and we've just been relatively, let's be honest, we've been scaring her a little bit about our family. I come from a very bitey family. We're very, very bitey. We're very defensive, and but we're not defensive. It's kind of like a jokey defensive. We are the first people to take the mick out of each other. Just bang. It's just literally, you've got to defend yourself. You turn up, you defend yourself. It's bang. Okay, right. Just like blocking off blows, like send them back. And it really is fun, even though I don't see my family relatively often. In fact, literally like twice a year I see people in my family, like the extended family, well, actually any family member. It's about 4 times a year if I'm lucky. So it's very random. It's like you turn up and it's like, oh, I haven't seen you in ages, blah 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 blah. Then I went and talked to Nana and Grandad first, and then it's kind of the awkward bit where you've got to like introduce Lovely, and you're just like, okay, so this is Lovely, and then how do you describe her? She's my girlfriend or thingy. So like Nana was, is she yours then? And like, she's mine. So yeah, it was. I don't know who felt more awkward between me and Lovely. It was probably me, because I had to like introduce her to everyone. Like, oh, this is Lovely. She's my girlfriend. For like, because you never say it out loud, do you? Is that just me? It's not something you say out loud, like, she's my girlfriend. She's like, I see her more as a partner. She's like my partner. I prefer partner. I'm so old. But to them, she's only a girlfriend. They've only ever met her once. She's obviously only a girlfriend. And they're like, oh, how long have you known each other then? 2 years. 2 years? What? And yeah, and like 3 different people made the, how the hell did you put up with him joke. Bloody hell. It's kind of disconcerting actually when so many people say that. What's wrong with me? But it was good fun. It was good fun, and we sat. We ordered dinner. We all ordered dinner and drinks and things, and I was driving, so I only had lemonade and stuff. But then, like, we buy rounds relatively quickly. In our family, I don't really know. I don't know whether I'm just comparing my family to Lovely's. I'm not sure how different we are. But then, if like we buy a drink, Dad buys a drink, then we buy a round, like the whole family gets one, even though it's not like the whole family, it's just us as a group gets one. So like Lovely goes, oh, I'll have a vodka and coke please, I've got my lemonade. And then she goes, Dad tondles off because he's drunk his drink. Lovely's still got like 75% of hers, and he just goes, there's another one. She's just like, what? So it turns out that she like drunk more than she drank more today than she did when she actually went to town drinking, which I think is hilarious. So yeah, we all ordered dinner. Me and Father both had steaks. And obviously, being girls, Lovely and Mother both had chicken. What is with that, with girls going to a restaurant? What are you going to have? I'm going to have chicken. Well, I saw that coming. And then there was a huge debacle over that, because then I ordered my steak, and then a steak came, but because me and Dad basically ordered the same thing, I just gave him my steak and then waited for mine, which never came, lol. So he complained and got me a new steak, and it was lovely. It was a very nice steak, to be fair, but buggers. But that wasn't really it. It wasn't really about the food or anything like that. It was just all about meeting, well, Lovely meeting my family, which was ever so strange. She said it was easier because of how big the family is. You can kind of just like avoid things. You don't get like glaring questions, and there were a couple of like, oh, that's an awkward question. We'll just like shut up please. It's because obviously like I'm the only person in my family who's going to university, who has ever been to university, who has ever been like relatively clever enough to go to university, no offence to my family, but yeah, they'll all agree with me, so like there's very like showing offy. Like Dad would be like, oh yeah, he's done this, this, this. Mum's like, oh yeah, he went to Cambridge for a week. I'm like, shut up, Mum, they didn't want me in Cambridge. Now I've got to explain why I didn't want to go to Cambridge. And so that came up a lot, like, oh, university, blah, 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 what are you going to do, blah, 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 blah. Apart from like the like coupley questions that came up, there weren't many of them where they were just trying to start a conversation with Lovely and myself. They were like, oh, so where are you going to university? Bath? And you said, oh, where are you going to university? Leeds. And then, oh, bloody lights, man, Tony. Oh, it was so awkward. He just said, so are you two like taking a break then or something? You like can't get much further away, can you? I was just like, oh, shut up, Tony. We're not thinking about that yet. So yeah, there was that. Was there anything else that was like relatively awkward? That was just mainly, it's just Tony. Tony's just like the personification of awkward. But it was good fun. Essentially, we just sat in our own little bubble again, just talking to ourselves, and then every now and again someone would like talk to us, and then we'd like talk to them. We'd go, oh, how's it going? Or I'd talk to them, and then we'd try and throw Lovely in. But essentially, it was just like mother and father, just like showing us off. Essentially, like I went to go, I was beckoned by a granddad. They came up. He's like, do you have a record player? I'm like, no. Why? Just because I've got some LPs. I've got some LPs of like classical music, and you like classical music, don't you? Well, yes, but I don't want your LPs of them. I haven't got room for them. But no, I don't have an LP player, and I'm really sorry about that. I haven't got an album player. I'm so, damn it. And then like I just like looked to my left because I was beckoned over. I was like, oh, okay, just go over there. What's going on over here? Like, and then like Dad just like pushes Lovely towards me, and then I don't know whether Lovely knew this, but Dad told me afterwards, like, oh, he said, I hope Lovely doesn't mind. Obviously, he's actually using her real name. I hope Lovely didn't mind that I pushed her over to you. I just wanted to like show her off because we're really proud of her. I want you. Oh, that's so cute. Because she's been like so adopted into the family, and it's not obvious either. She can't tell that she's been adopted into the family. It's not as obvious as that I've been adopted into hers, because we're just like very solitary family. We're just like blah, blah. We're in a little bubble. We come into the house. We don't really talk to each other. It's brilliant. She's very much like a part of it now, and Father is proud of me for having Lovely, and is henceforth proud of Lovely, and he sells the fact that, oh, she's going to be a lawyer, she's going to do this, she's going to do that, and the whole evening was just spent me and Lovely talking, and then just every now and again you just hear them talking about us and how amazing we are, which is really awkward. Oh, but it's so cute. I love how we're kind of like, that's it now, we're kind of just into the family, even after this one event. Although it is important to note, Lovely, that you got let off from like the bullying and the banter this time because it's your first time. Over the next couple of times, if you ever meet my family again, you will be expected to stand up for yourself and to dish some dirt into people's faces, just like like Tony, Uncle Tony, who's about 45, is going clubbing with my cousins, which are about 20 something, and they said they were going, and then Tony said, I'm going as well. I said, wait, are you going with, why is he going? And then I was like, oh son, and then Dad's like, oh, that was my boy. Oh, it's so awkward. It's just dripping with awkward. But yeah, me and Lovely were talking about things, and then I like this kind of thing we've got going on now, where we kind of like talk about the future, where we're like, we talked about how large my family is as opposed to her family, so we're like, well, at our wedding we're gonna have to like have a hall, and like instead of having the aisle down the middle, we'll have to have a bigger aisle on that side for all of my family, and then just like a smaller section for your family, and then she joked about how we have to start saving money because of the amount of bridesmaids that she'll have, because her family's mainly female. And it's I know it's like we're just joking about the future, and it's like we talked about our house that we're going to live in together, and the jobs that we're going to have, and how we're going to balance the fact that we both have very different like working hours, whereas Lovely will travel around because he's a lawyer and I'm a computer programmer, so technically I just have an office and I just stay in my little office, and I wanted to go to Canada, so we joked about, oh no, we'll stay here, I'll set up my own company and we'll do this, and it's just so cute. I just love those conversations, and yeah, I shouldn't really say that. There's just like this slight, I'll pause to it. There's just like this slightest little bit of me that whenever we talk about this, I know full well that it's like we're joking, and it's just like, we'll do this. But then there's just like, there's the slightest little bit that's like, if only. If only. Anyway, yeah, briefly brushed past that. Hopefully she's revising, she didn't hear that bit. What did we talk about? Oh, balls. But then we talked about the holiday, we talked about all of the things we have to organise for the holiday. We talked about, for a very brief moment, like our future children and what gender they'd be. That was they're very much planning into the future. I don't know, yeah. Oh, and we talked about, that was what I was going to say. We talked about, ignore what I've just said, like previously to that. We talked about how I've got to be introduced to her family and how she even says that it's going to be a lot harder for you than it was for me. I'm like, no, don't say that to me, please. Because there's less of them. There's like 5, I think, over both families. There's like 5 aunties in total or something like that. And like all of the cousins, like literally, I'm not even exaggerating, every single one is female. There's not a single boy under the age of 50 that isn't me, which is terrifying. And because it's such a small group, when I go, it's going to be like, oh, they're going to ask questions, so I can't just like deflect it and then talk to someone else because there's so few people there. So they're going to be asking loads of lovely says. There's going to be like a barrage of questions and you're going to have to answer them all. And it's going to be really awkward. Oh, I really want to meet your family, but it sounds terrifying. But I bet it was extortionately terrifying for her. And then there's the day that both of our families meet. That's going to be weird. And then we've obviously joked about that. That's going to be the day of our wedding. They'll finally meet. Oh, bless. It's brilliant. Yeah, because we're going to... What am I talking about? And then we said that depending on my kind of mood, I'm either extortionately good at like going mingling with people. If I've never met someone before in my life, then I will mingle with them. It's like a party or something. I heard someone say, oh, I don't know anyone. I just instantly go, hi, I'm Jamie, how are you, blah, 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 blah. What are you doing? And I'm brilliant. And they're like my best friend for the entire night. And then Lovely is like, what's this all about? Why are you talking to me? You're talking to your best mate instead. If it's someone that I don't know, then I can sometimes slip into that mood. I'm just like, oh, yeah, bang, we'll do that, la 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 la. Let's just talk to everyone, and then I'm everyone's best friend. Because people always say, like, only you can walk up to someone and just pretend you're best friends like that. Just, oh, I'm your best friend, I've known you forever. Because people always just, do you know him? No, it's just me, I suppose. I suppose it's been brought out by this by you as a video concept. You've raised my confidence relatively, and I'm a lot more confident talking about myself since I do that every single day for the past however many days. And I never used to be that person. I used to always be like all quiet and reserved and like don't really want to talk to anyone, just kind of leave me alone. I'm kind of happy on my own, to be honest with you. And then you've brought this out in me, so that's good. So I'll either be that or I'll be like extortionately shy, and then I don't know whose shoulder to clamp onto if I ever go to like a big family gathering over there. Do I clamp onto Lovely's? Like, yeah, well, yeah, Lovely. Or do I clamp onto like her dad? Just like, oh, you're the only like male person here that I know. How's it going? Yeah. But then Lovely talked about how I've been like accepted into their family as well, and they were talking about because of like certain things that I've done for them. Well, for Lovely over the times they've been really proud of, like back over her birthday period when me and her best friend kind of had an argument and we didn't go. I organised a load of things behind the scenes without Lovely knowing, through her family, like this really well apparently, and that got my foot in the door so they now like me. And I obviously organised the holiday. Everything I've ever done, I've like pitched it to them first. I've asked them if they can do this, if I can do that. Did I ask if she could stay over first? No, that was purely Lovely. Lovely asked that. But I've always mingled with them. I've always like talked to them and like her sisters, my secret squirrel, who like does secret missions for me behind Lovely's back if Lovely's not allowed to know about it, if it's a surprise. And I don't know, apparently they like me. And then I picked Lovely up from town when she was thingy, so she didn't have to call her dad, so I did it. So we're very much like inside each other's families, and it's really strange. I've never really thought about it before, but it's kind of true, because everything we do is very much like family orientated to a certain extent. We're very much ourselves, we're very much our own little bubble, but then I always do things with her family. I was just like, oh, blah, 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 we'll do this, cool, sorted, brilliant. I've saved, literally, is what her father thinks, I've saved Lovely from going on a group holiday with about 18 people to Ibiza, because we're going to Tunisia instead, and he's very pleased that she went with me and not them. And then I asked, oh yeah, yeah, well, I don't even know what I'm trying to say to you, but and basically just, yeah, we're kind of part of each other's families so far, except now we're branching out into like the bigger families. Don't know what it means, it doesn't mean anything, I'm just rambling. Bloody hell, have I been rambling as well, sorry about that. Okay then, what's going on tomorrow? Tomorrow is going to be a day off revision again. Did you guess? I literally have nothing exciting planned at all. I don't mean to sell it to you too much, but yeah, literally nothing planned. So, yeah. I'm going to be revising physics and computing because I have a physics exam Monday and a computing exam Tuesday. I'm going to leave maths to one side for a little bit. Maybe I'll do a little bit of maths, just sprinkled in, maybe a bit of core 3 instead of FP because I'm bored of FP. I'll kick up FP again Tuesday, Wednesday time, so we'll do a bit of core 3. And that is all for today's video. I'm sorry I've talked to you now for about 15 minutes. Yeah, sorry about that. But I don't know whether I've said everything that I want to remember. Probably. Yes. The end of the video. Lol. Catch you later.